Hey guys, it's Blue. I'm going to do these stupid 20 questions. I'm totally sitting in my kitchen right now because I'm in between doing the laundry. So, okay, here we go. Number one is, who is someone that you idolize or admire? Why do you admire this person? That's kind of a hard one. But I think I've answered it before. I'll probably just use the same person as before. I would honestly say that, I don't know, lately I kind of admire two people. I kind of admire Mel for obvious reasons because he's a leader and, doesn't give up and isn't a quitter and, seems to be, doing a better job with showing that he cares about everybody and, protects everyone. But the other person I would have to say, would actually be Sal. And the reason is because he's not afraid to be different. He actually goes like as far to say as, he's not even part of the circle, which kind of irks me a little bit. But like he stays true to who he is and he doesn't put himself in a group he doesn't feel like he has to be. So I think that's really admirable. Number two, what did you want to be when you grew up? What do you want to be now, job wise? I said before I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to help animals. I actually still help animals. Mel's dog bit Chris's rabbit, so I had to like patch him up and stuff. And he actually healed just fine. He's doing really well. So if I had to pick anything to do now, I think it would still be the same thing, helping animals. And not turning them away like we've had done to us. Number three, where do you see yourself in the next year or two? Why do you see yourself there? Excuse me, or doing this? In the next year or so, I hope to possibly be a little more social and have a job. I had a job as a kid. That was a long time ago though, before a lot of stuff happened. So I've kind of been a shut-in my own house. I'll definitely be here. That we're gonna own this house in like a year or two. So I mean, we're not gonna go anywhere. But I would definitely want to try and see myself a little more outside of the house for once. It would kind of be nice to experience a few more things, I guess. Um, Number four, how long have you been role playing? Do you just RP or do you story write, draw, or form other means of creativity? I'm actually, I would say, very creative, and part of it comes between being a shut-in and having nothing to do, so you get pretty good at stuff. I've been role playing for, I want to say, I've role played straight for maybe like a year, but I kind of gave up on it. I don't really role play on Facebook, just like the site and stuff, because people are weird. I also do a lot of story writing, which I've done since I was really, really young. I've always been an artist. Like, I paint, I draw. And when I paint, I can do it straight on the walls or like canvas or whatever. Drawing, pencils, pens, Sharpies, whatever I can get my hands on. So I guess I would say that's, really creative. Number five is, what makes you unique from everyone else? How are you different from others? Are you okay with this? What would you change about yourself? What makes me unique from everyone else is that I'm pretty color obsessive. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the color blue. It sets me apart from everyone else because no matter where I go, I am unfortunately sometimes the center of attention because my hair stands out and my blue clothes. Like, I even wear blue pants everywhere and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you wear so much blue. Why is it?" And it's like, because why the fuck not? But yeah, that definitely sets me apart from people. I really do take my obsession to the next level. Am I okay with this? And what would I change about myself? I'm okay with this. Like, I'm totally fine with being color obsessive and completely insane. If I had to change anything about myself, it maybe be the fact that I'm always in the house, maybe. I don't know, it kind of depends. Humanity is kind of, like, judgmental and stupid, so I don't really want to be out in their world. But, I mean, I guess I would change it just to be more social with, like, my friends and stuff. What's your nickname? Where did you get it? Do you like it? I actually have two nicknames. I've gone by Yami for, like, I want to say over 10 years. I don't know, however long Yu-Gi-Oh has been out. Everybody started calling me that. I don't even really remember how it happened. One of my best friends just randomly was like, "Oh, everybody calls you this. I'm going to call you this and be different." I was like, "Okay." And then it really stuck. But now for like the past, I don't know, the past like few years, everyone's called me Blue. Obvious reasons. I like both the names. I don't have a problem with it. As long as you don't call me by my real name if you even know it. I don't care. Number seven. When you're having a shit day, what do you do to make it better? How do you pick yourself up when you've fallen? That's actually a really good question. Honestly, and I know there's some people out there that are probably gonna like be like, oh, whatever, and possibly hate me a little more for this. I don't really show the fact that I've fallen, I guess you could say. I'm kind of really, really, really independent. After you lose everything that you've ever cared about, you learn to like survive on your own. So when I'm having a crappy day, I'll draw or I'll write or I'll keep it to myself. I'll do something like alone. And then after, a few days or something of like, that misery and stuff, I just let it go. And I just like, I look back and I'm like, dude, it's not even worth like, caring about it anymore. Like, it's done and over with. What's in the past is in the past. And then I just keep going. Because there's really no point in just, falling down and not getting back up. And I guess if you can teach yourself to get back up on your own, it makes you that much stronger. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Number 8. So everyone here loves pets. How many do you have? What kind of pets are they? If you don't have any, what pets would you like to have and why? I have a lot of pets here. We just got Bo back, that's fucking iguana. Kasai, that's or a snake. We have Mel's dog, Ragez. I have the cat army, which consists of 5 really awesome kitties. We have 3 birds and a lot of fish. So we have a lot of pets. If I could have any more, I still want a black and white German Shepherd. I think that'd be like really cool. I definitely got the husky that I wanted. Even though we share him with everybody else, he's still a really good dog. So that helps. Number 9. We ask everyone this question. Am I bad if it repeats? What animal are you mostly like? Why do you see yourself as this animal? Everyone was talking about whether or not we were going to allow answers of like mythological animals and stuff, but I've already brought it up before. I see myself as a wolf. Earth and animal-wise, and mythical animal-wise, I would have to say a hybrid, because it's just, I feel like I fit the most, like their characteristics, the way they act, the way they perceive themselves, the way they perceive the world. That's totally me. They just have the same attitude and demeanor, so yeah, I would say that. Number 10, because I'm losing track of the numbers here. What's your favorite time or season of the year? Why do you prefer this time of year? I'm going to say spring or fall, because I really hate summer, and it's too hot, and I really absolutely hate winter. I hate shoveling snow, and I hate freezing my ass off, so either of those two is fine. What is your all-time favorite anime, or at least your top 2 favorites if you cannot pick one? Why are they your favorite? That's really hard because I don't watch anime. Like, the only 2 anime I ever really watched were ones that Mel played over and over, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hellsing. I think Kyle played, like, a couple other ones. But I don't really watch anime. So, I mean, if I had to pick, like, one, I'd have to say Yu-Gi-Oh! But, like, I don't know. Hellsing, too. But after that, I'm just like, meh. Number 12. So, if someone broke into your house in the dead of night, so that's what would happen. That's a really funny question because there's a lot of people that live in my house, and it's actually really quiet right now, and I'm totally doing this in my kitchen, and people are in their rooms and stuff. But if, like, someone came in here in the middle of the night, with as many people that live here, the person would be dead within, like, 5 seconds. I mean, Kyle's got an axe, Mel's got tons of swords, I've got, me and Kyle have a whole setup of throwing knives, I've got daggers, hell, we even have heavy tiles, and, like, there's, like, cinder blocks and stuff outside that people could run in and get. Like, I mean, then again, there's a dog, and there's, like, we have a lot of crazy people here. There's, like, we can change anything in this house into a weapon. Like, I don't know. I would honestly recommend that person would just think twice before they broke into, a place where the king sleeps at night, let alone the rest of us crazy idiots. Number 13, are you more likely to be open with people, and are you shy? This is actually a really interesting question because I'm neither. I'm really straightforward with people when they get to talk to me. And that's where it looks like I could be more shy, is because I never leave my house. I don't trust people. I don't really make effort to put myself out there. I don't want to be the center of attention. I don't like attention, and it's not because it makes me feel anxious or anything. It's just because I just feel like I just, want to exist in my group. I want to be with my friends, my family. I don't want to be like worshipped as some like, crazed god or something. I just want to be like, okay. Like I just want to know that I'm cared about and I'm good. I don't need anything else. So I wouldn't really call it being shy. I would just call it being like put away from people because I tend to like not trust people. I'm just kind of like, I'll stay in my space, you stay in yours. But like, I mean, if someone really approached me or like if someone needed help, I'd be really open with them and I'd help them. But would I, tell them all my secrets and trust them into my family right away? No, I wouldn't. Um, Number 14, tell me why you think that honesty is the best policy. There's a lot of reasons that I think honesty is the best thing in the world. And one of the reasons is because you can misunderstand things like so quickly with what people say. Like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I said this, blah blah blah, but I actually meant that." And it's like, honestly, if you would have just said like, what you meant, and I'm not trying to like, do a correlation here, but then people would know what you mean. And if you're just honest and just say like exactly what's on your mind, that person's going to know what you mean. But if you're like half honest and you're like sugarcoating the truth, that all comes together with the entire situation. So then all these other problems happen and all this drama happens when you could have just been honest and said exactly how you felt right away in a way that, people don't understand, obviously, because people can misconstrue everything. But honesty is just the best. I mean, there's literally no point to tell like a fib or anything because it gets you nowhere. And, it doesn't make you look like a better person. So why waste your time doing that? If you're going to waste your time to lie, at least waste your time to tell the truth because it makes more sense. Number 15, give me at least 3 reasons why humanity has failed us and continues to fall. Be sure to back up your words with intel. Humanity has failed us a lot. They fail us every day. For instance, we thrive on in certain areas of the world and we leave others behind. We don't treat people how they should be treated, I guess you could say. We just kind of just leave them in the dark and just ignore everyone else's problems and put our own before everyone else's. So I guess you could say it would be like a selfish thing. So that's just us and fail because humanity as a whole would technically fail just because half of it's prospering, the other half's not. Well, that's still failure, In order for the whole thing to be not classified as fail, they'd all have to be doing it as a whole, and they're not. Another reason I would say is because, what I was saying before, honesty and dishonesty. There's so much dishonesty in the world. People aren't honest about anything, Even if you're just going up the street to hang out with a friend and your other friend wants to go with, you're telling them, "Oh no, I'm staying home," and then they find out that you're lying. Even if it's just a little lie like that, like people just aren't honest. And the dishonesty spreads and turns into like a plague of stupidity, and it just, continues to infiltrate everybody's minds, and we don't become clear-headed, we don't trust each other, we're so out to lash at each other instead of just taking the time to stop and, help each other, And I think a third reason would be is because, people they're, I don't want to say like uneducated because there's a lot of people out there that are really intelligent, but I want to say uneducated in common sense. So I guess like the reason we could say is not smart with common sense, like doesn't have common sense is what I mean. Humanity is failing just on that. If people had more common sense, more things would get done, more things would be understood. We would go so much farther in our existence, like just look at these countries. If we had more common sense as to, back the fuck off on what we're spending our money on and like, share a little bit with the other countries. And I don't mean just like, 1% of, $1 billion. I mean like, like half of it or something, because we have a lot of things that we can give to other people. We could help everybody else out. We can make so much more progress. But no, we're stuck failing here, and it's going to be like that for a while. Number 16. Today is your last day on Earth. What do you do and why? I know the answer to that. I would spend the entire day with my family. Wouldn't have to do anything. Wouldn't have to talk about anything. We wouldn't have to like really do anything. Just sit there and just hold each other and wait to pass on to the next life, I guess you could say. Like just being around them, I guess, would be enough for me. I wouldn't really have to do anything special. Why would I do it? Because that's my family. Those are the people I care about, That's what I would want. Number 17. You never truly know someone until you know what they are afraid of. Name some things that scare you, terrify you, and keep you awake at night. Tell us why those things scare you. I don't know. Nothing really keeps me up at night too much anymore. But lately, for some reason, and I haven't got it checked out because, you know, F that shit. I've been waking up choking and I've been having trouble breathing. I know I told you guys, a couple of you guys this. So lately, going to bed has been something that has been keeping me up at night. And I know that sounds like, you know, circular and retarded, but actually the thought of me going to sleep is, you know, kind of, I wouldn't really say terrifying me, but it definitely keeps me up for like an hour or two before I pass out, because I'm sitting there being like, you know, what if I don't wake up, or what if, you know, Mel doesn't wake me up, or Kyle doesn't wake me up, or, you know, what if everyone is doing their own thing, doesn't realize that, you know, I need to be woken up because I can't breathe, because I keep stop breathing in my sleep. Yeah, you know, that's something that kind of bothers me at night. And it scares me for obvious reasons, because I'm just like, I want to wake up and be there, you know, to take care of my family. And that's the important thing. So, number 18. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where do you go? How come you're headed there? That's really hard. I honestly, and this goes back to being, you know, a shut-in. I don't have a desire to go anywhere. I mean, there's a few places that, like, I might be like, oh yeah, you know, let's go hang out there for like an hour or two, but honestly, I don't have any one place that I know of, or that I've seen, or like desired to go to. I just would rather stay home and spend it with my family, and I'm pretty sure that comes with being a shut-in for several years, but I don't really have an urge to see the outside world, you know? Like, I mean, I want to push myself to get that back, like to want to do it, but right now I don't want to do it. Number 19, be honest. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you love yourself? What things would you change in order to better yourself as a person? I do feel pretty good about myself. There are some times where I'm just like, obviously I'm having a really crappy day and I just want to be like, oh my God, I'm so depressed, like I hate my life. And there's good reason for that. I don't mean like I get like, you know, depressed like out of nowhere or something. It's always like about something like major that's going on, which is rare, but normally it's one of those like major things that happens and it scars you for quite some time afterwards. But other than that, I do feel good about myself. I'm pretty sure that, you know, I'm a good person. I've tried to help a lot of people, so I think that qualifies me as a good person. Do I love myself? I don't really know. I would like to say yes, and the only reason is because I've told people if you can't love yourself first, you can't love anyone else. And Ragez, stop it. I would have to say that I do love things about myself. I love the person that I like am, or trying to be, you know, either two. You know, I have loyalty. I'm honest. I never lie to people because there's, like I said, there's no point. I'm really trustworthy. Like, if you tell me something, I'm never going to tell anyone else. So, I mean, I guess I love that about myself. So, I guess I would technically love myself. What things would I change in order to better myself as a person? Probably teach myself how to let down my barriers, because, let's face it, they're really high. Like, I have people that are like best friends, sisters, brothers to me, and they don't even know me. And I don't mean like they don't know anything about me. I just mean like, you know, I've said it before, like behind these eyes, the story's being written, and they don't know it. A lot of people can't sense or tell when I'm feeling down or when I'm upset, because I wouldn't really say good at hiding it, because I don't necessarily put effort into hiding it, but just, I'm just so like emotionless. And I guess I would change that to make myself better as a person too, is to get my emotion back. But I'm not really sure if I'm even ready for that, so I don't know if I'd actually make that like a consistent, like real change that I'm thinking about, you know, going back into that, trusting people and all that stuff. So that's kind of like up in the air. But, you know, obviously if I did, I would hope that would make me a better person, not turn me into, you know, one of these monsters that's just, you know, lingering under your bed or something. Number 20. Final question, and this is a big one. What is the most important to you? This is a blind question, and it's like that for a reason. Think about it before you answer. Well, I know what's most important to me. To some people, you know, money and fame and, you know, attention is most important to them. But what's most important to me are people. I don't care about materialistic stuff. Like, if you buy me something, you'll be lucky to get a thank you or like whatever, because I don't care about that kind of stuff. I tell people all the time, no, don't get me anything. Don't do this for me. Don't do that for me. If you want, you know, like my affection to like be there for you and like stuff like that, that's different. I value people over materials. So what's important to me the most is my family. You know, not if they have, you know, expensive cars or, you know, nice computers or like, you know, whatever. I don't care about anything like that. I value people, and that's a really hard thing to find. I don't think that, you know, most people value that anymore. So, but yeah, that's the end of all the questions and stuff. I hope you enjoyed this blueness. That was my life. Yeah, I'm gonna post this now. So, bye guys.